everyone, Seth Rudetsky, Obsessed, promoting P-Town, but no, it's just too much promotion, so I'll just, anyway. All right, so I'm here with Jessie Mueller. I was such a good underdress. But you look at the rack.
All right. Wait, I'm going to fix this, though.
Thank you. Okay, so Jessie Mueller right now is beautiful, and she's amazing. So with that to say, you're from Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when did the amazing, brilliant singing begin? How old were you?
I don't know about the amazing, brilliant. That's kind of you say, but
Go.
I sang when I was very tiny. I remember my dad being like, Jessica, there's no singing at the dinner table.
Why? What would you be singing?
Well, I don't know, but I would hum when I chewed my dinner, even.
Oh, so it's a little OCD.
So tiny, like 3, 4 probably I was singing.
And then were you like obsessing about a certain singer in particular and trying to imitate them? What were you doing?
I did imitate a lot of people, kind of.
Barbara?
Not a lot of Barbara, actually. Ethel Merman.
Wow.
We listened to like some strange cast recordings though when I was little, like 1776 and Big River.
That's not strange at all.
I did. I have siblings who also sing, but the parts were sort of dictated. I usually got to pick last, so I usually played Jim.
The male role.
Did Big River.
Drag king. Okay, I also want to say, so first of all, you are, every show that I've seen Jessie in, I'm like, wait, who is that? Because full chameleon, not only like looks-wise, outfit-wise, but also vocally. So on a clear day, sassy jazz scat singer, Eben Drood, by the way, full like Indian with accent and trills. Speaking of Eben Drood, you were talking about your unprofessionalism. Please tell me the story. Go.
Well, there was a song, No Good Couldn't Come From Bad, which was around a dinner table. There was a dinner scene. So it's like, I mean, it was Betsy Wolfe and Andy Carl and Greg Edelman, Will Chase, Stephanie Block, and myself. I think that's all the people at the dinner. And then the way they staged it, it was like an opera scene where someone sings here and someone sings there, and then we all sing together. And it was blocked as if like when you're singing, I'm frozen and I'm looking at you, and then I sing. But one night, I mean, the dinner scene was notorious. Will Chase would put like things in our dinner dishes, and sorry, I had to out him. And one night, it wasn't because of that. I don't know, it just got me. And I looked at Andy Carl's face, which, not that his face makes me laugh, but he makes me laugh. And I think my line was supposed to be, twin, don't overreach, pray promises to me. And I think it came out, twin, don't overreach, pray promises to me. And then I was supposed to freeze. And that's kind of, it was not my proudest moment. And everybody else was supposed to be frozen, so they were all like, and Andy Carl was looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be singing.
And yet she still got the lead in a Broadway musical. So brava, that equity kept you in the union.
They think we weren't there that night.
Exactly. Okay, so like I said, Indian, then Cinderella, Crazy Mason Soprano went Into the Woods, and now beautiful playing Carole King. Sound like Carole King? Lower, but like weird, amazing raspiness. Now, speaking of which, I know that Carole King was like, I just can't go see the show, and then 5 months later, I'm seeing the show. So what was it like when she finally showed up?
Well, we didn't know. We didn't know she was coming. She surprised us, and Jared Spector, who plays Barry Mann in the show, was giving the Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS speech. And,
at the end of the show?
At the end of the show. And he gets to about, like, he's talking about, they give money to food banks, hospice care, and all of a sudden I hear gasps from the audience. And I thought maybe someone was, like, really moved by the speech or something, like, oh my God, that happened to me, or my dad was in hospice care, or whatever. No, Carole King's walking on stage from stage right.
You really didn't know it?
No, nobody, like 3 people in the building knew because they had to. Like, our press people knew, one stage manager, I think, and then some of the, like, Eric Hansen, one of our guys backstage, knew because he was the one, like, being like, all right, Miss King, just stand right here until we send you on.
So she came on, and then what?
And then you see I see Jared Spector, like, double over. Like, he's just had the wind knocked out of him. And then I see that it's Carole, and I'm like, oh my God, she's here. And then the second thought is, Jess, she's here because she just watched the show. So then my brain is going, how did that show go? What did I feel good about this performance? Like,
did you void?
Not on stage.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure that.
But there was a moment where I realized, keep it in check. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, totally. Just
because things could happen.
It's Kegel exercises. Okay, so the point is that all worked out.
That all worked out.
And then she wound up raising.
It was effing awesome was the quote.
Really? Mm-hmm. And then I didn't even see the video, but I know that she raised like a ton of money.
She raised $30,000 for Broadway Cares.
Why? Someone bid?
Because Carole King comes out on stage, so the audience goes, sing a song. So she goes, all right, I'll tell you what. You pledge money, you get to a number I like, we'll all sing a song. And so people start bidding. We get 3 separate bids matched for $10,000 each.
Oh my God.
And then she goes, and then she starts singing "You've Got a Friend." And then we all sing with her. She like pulls me out and tries to, I couldn't sing. I got about 2 words out. And then I was like, everyone help me. And then there was a point where we all cut out. She was like, no, we're going to stop singing and you all sing to us. So we had, 1,200 people singing "We've Got a Friend" at us. It was so
my
cool.
God. Okay, I haven't
And
seen
then
the video.
then she like riffed at the end.
I haven't seen the video, but I know there is a video, so I'm hoping we're going to cut in the video right here.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Good.
Cut in. Wasn't that amazing? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I want to just show that Jessie is the woman with 1,000 voices. Now, wait. What did your mother say to you when you were a kid?
What does Jessie sound like?
What does Jessie sound like? So we're gonna do a song from Beautiful. We're gonna demonstrate all of Jessie's amazing voices that I've seen so far. We're gonna start with Jessie's voice, and then we're gonna do Helen Atlantis' amazing Indian. We're gonna do Cinderella's crazy. She talks to birds, so constantly trilling, like literally vocal trills. We're gonna do the scat singing from On a Clear Day.
With that dance.
And then with Sassy. And then Carole King's sort of like, I have vocal damage, but I can always hit the notes. I'm tricking you with my vocal damage. It's not actually real. So we're gonna do all of that.
Okay, we're gonna try.
The real Jessie.
I have often asked myself the reason for the sadness in a world where tears are just a lullaby.
Helena.
If there's any answer, maybe love can end the madness. Maybe not, oh, but we can only try.
On a Clear Day.
Yeah! You've got to get up. Every morning show the world I'm the love in your heart.
Okay.
Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful.
Helena.
You feel, it's all about how you feel. You're beautiful.
Scat it.